This is turned into an ASMR
Jamie
section.
Carragher. Ladies and gentlemen. Right.
This is starting well.
Right. All right. Here we go. Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back. You may notice that we are not behind laptops anymore. We are back for ShiteTalk episode number...
Oh, you stumped me there. I think
Yeah, I don't even know myself.
I think it might be 26 or 7.
Let's go 26.5, and we will cover all bases. But yes, we are back with the ShiteTalk podcast, the first in-person podcast, I'd say, in almost about a year, surely now at this point.
It's got to be.
It is.
I'm not going to say that we're back fully because, you know, with news coming out of new variants arriving in the UK, particularly, and you know, when it comes to the UK, it will be in Ireland.
We are.
There is no point denying
in
it. You know, it's coming. But yeah, it feels good to be back in person, doesn't it? I think, you know, as good as I think we've actually made some of our best podcasts over Zoom. Funnily enough,
there's been some good moments.
There has. I think my favourite moment from like the Zoom podcast was definitely like when we talked about the school stories and shit.
Oh god, yeah. And there's just this infinite like throwbacks of like bins being dropped on teachers, near-death experiences, Kelly punching a lunchbox for some reason, the boys punching holes in polystyrene box.
Yeah,
it was a wild time. I think my personal favourite moment actually from the Zooms was the amount of cameos we got unexpectedly.
Yeah, unexpectedly, not requested.
There wasn't there one time we did like a Zoom and there was like 4 or 5 cameos made in the space of maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah,
it was quite good actually.
Yeah, that episode actually was, I think it's our longest episode, and I think it's nearly 2 hours long,
dude.
So like, I'm not really surprised that there was a couple of cameos thrown in there. There was one stage where my dad brings me a toasted cheese fucking sandwich at one stage.
Shout out Stephen.
Shout out for that. You know, it was a good sandwich, as they go.
It's a damn good sarnie.
But yeah, no, I think it's fair to say nothing beats the in-person interaction when it comes to...
it certainly feels more like a podcast now.
It does.
It definitely does.
You're not waiting for like little interruptions here and there with like the Wi-Fi.
For those who don't know, Kelly does a fantastic job with the edits. But there has been times where our internets collectively have left us waiting quite a bit. Whereas if we hadn't edited, or sorry, I should say, if Kelly hasn't edited it the way, you know, he has done, it would have just been maybe about a 2-minute with some things just waiting. And then we had dropouts. We have struggled a bit on Zoom.
Yeah. But
it's fair to say now we're back. We are back, hopefully in our prime, and we will look to bring out these podcasts as much as we can, as much as COVID will allow us. So
yeah. I think actually once you mentioned the interruptions and stuff like that and the edits, I remember when we recorded the episode with my mate David.
Oh yes,
he's our first and only guest to this point. Probably a reason for that. Actually.
Yeah, the Zoom didn't help us with the guest now. Not and he did, but it was just
he
got shit on with the internet.
What happened was, you know, I was the link between you and him in this episode. Like, you two had never met before. Now, to be fair to you, he's got on very well.
He's a sound guy.
But what happened was, me being the host of the meeting got kicked out on multiple occasions by just my laptop froze like multiple times, and I don't know why, but we got through it and it was a good episode. But yeah, hopefully we're back for a sustained period of time. I don't want to say it.
Please God.
Hopefully COVID doesn't come and dick us over again, but yeah, it certainly does feel good to be back. We're not sure how many more podcasts we're going to get between now and the end of the year. We're recording this on the 27th of November. It'll be coming out on Tuesday this week. So Man United and Chelsea will have already played by then.
Rip.
But yeah, that'll be coming out. This will be coming out on Tuesday. And like, it's fair to say we're coming into a point in the year now where like we're very fucking busy with like life in general.
Yeah.
And if this and the Christmas episode, like the yearly Christmas special that we do, if they're the only 2 episodes that we get between now and the end of the year, I'm actually quite happy with that personally. I don't know about you.
To be fair, like you said, to be fair, we picked we probably didn't pick the best time to come back in person, but like you say, if we can get the 2 done. My chair almost went. We're
back.
in all seriousness, if we can get the 2 done within this time frame, I think we can be quite happy with ourselves because, like you say, we are fairly busy. You're in 3rd year now, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah, I'm in 3rd year as well. So we would say in the business end of both of our degrees.
Yeah.
So it's not the freest of time, but I think, like you say, if we get everything done, that's a dub. That's what I'd be saying. That's the target anyway for the ShiteTalk.
100%. If we can get, I always love the Christmas episode, but one thing I've noticed about the Christmas episodes, actually, we never actually really talk about anything Christmas related at all. It's just us like talking shit.
It's just released on Christmas.
It's just released on Christmas. I think we should do something with a little bit more of a Christmas.
I was going to say, if you're up for it, I will wear something festive.
Yeah.
Now, again,
maybe not to the same degree as the Christmas special from 2018.
That's what I was going. That was wild.
You'll die of the cold out here if you come dressed like that.
Oh god, them shoes are long gone. Actually, shoes. What was it? Slippers. The slippers are long gone. They were binned probably straight after that episode.
Yeah, I was about to say I doubt they survived past that episode.
They did not. They did not survive Keena's Camp Nou.
No, and I'm not surprised either. But I think we should definitely try and incorporate actual Christmas aspects into it this year, and come dressed in like festive clothing, which should be very interesting indeed. Now, what have we got to talk about today? We've got a couple of podcast topics. We were meant to record this last week, and then like shit came up, so I put up a poll on my Instagram, as I always do, asking for a couple of topics, and I was given a few. So, where is my phone's inside charging? Oh, it's not. It's here.
It's a dub. It's a dub.
It's here, but we didn't get too many anyway, so I'm only going to leave you to even check, to be honest. But I think, excuse me, I think the main topic, Siri is listening to me. I think the main topic we have to talk about, mate, is the introduction of a brand new Pokemon game. Which we talked about.
Yes.
On the channel a couple of months ago in a Zoomcast, and we literally just spent the whole episode fanboying over.
Yeah, that was when it was kind of announced, wasn't it? Or was it around that time frame?
It was like when the trailers and stuff came out for it.
Yeah.
And now they're finally out. What point in the game are you at right now?
Okay, so
Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, by the way. We didn't even mention that.
Sorry. So I'm in the hobo section. I'm in the outlands.
So like Snow Point?
No. I'm talking about the one and only, the hillbilly country.
Salacion Town!
We're in Salacion Town. I'm not going to lie, as difficult as it is, I'm trying to, as best I can, save Pokemon for when I'm off, because I finished early enough this season. I'm finished at college around the 6th of December, so I kind of want that free period of time to just go ham and grind up. Now, to be fair, having said that, I'm in Salacion Town, so I'd say maybe about a quarter of the game, maybe a bit less. Yeah. Because I think I'm actually mad because I love like the Sinnoh like region, and I loved they were my first ever Pokemon games. But I'm trying to regress now. I played it last night, and I said I'm only going to go to Veilstone. Which I kind of didn't get to Veilstone. I kind of just got to the route and then was like, this is the shitty route where it's raining, and I just was like, I don't want to do this route. So I put it down. But yeah, I'm in Salacion Town. I've visited the Pokemon nursery. I've deposited 2 Pokemon there.
Little egg on the way.
Yeah, a little egg on the way. I don't think I got an egg from this. But yeah, I've deposited the Mew, the gift Mew, because. Yes. I would like to go on record to say, and I don't know if you've done this, do you agree with you? So this is total now, we're in the Pokemon section of the podcast, so
this could be a long section as well.
If you're not into Pokemon, this is a long section for you, but do you agree with using Mew in your party, given that you get him in, is it Floroma
Town? Yeah. You get it very early.
Do you agree with that?
I personally wouldn't. For a couple of reasons. I think I want to actually use the Sinnoh Pokemon.
Yeah.
Having said that, not all of my party is technically Sinnoh, I don't think. But Well, actually, the final evolution will be for one of them, but I wouldn't use Mew. I struggle to use. Not that I struggle, but like I usually wouldn't use legendaries.
I'd agree
in
with
a
that.
playthrough anyway.
I'd agree with that
because I don't know. It's just not that it ruins the experience, but like, you just kind of want to experience or use the actual Pokemon from the region.
I feel like if you're doing a true playthrough, and like you are like, I think the thing about this game is the way I try and play Pokemon games. I try to like see it as you are literally the trainer. If you were a trainer going through this game, there's like a 0.0000001% chance that you were ever going to encounter a legendary Pokemon. Now, only because, you're the main character in the game, you just happen to be that percentage. But what I'm saying is, I don't agree with using it because I think, number one, obviously, some legendary Pokemon are ridiculously overpowered.
Yeah.
Their stats are crazy. They have special moves which, like, do ridiculous damage. Like, we talk about, say, Dialga, thank you. Dialga, is it like roar time or something like that?
That's nearly like a one-hit kill.
That is literally, if that hits you might as well, kiss your loved ones goodbye because he's literally just ripped the fabric of space and time to kill your Pokemon.
To kill your fucking cricket.
You roll up with a Bidoof and he's gone and just split time in half to kill that Bidoof. But yeah, I personally don't agree with that. Now, having said that, obviously, when a legendary comes up, you catch it. What I usually do is like what I'm doing now is I put it in daycare and just let it level up to see what I get from it. But no, I wouldn't. I agree with you. I wouldn't use in a true playthrough. Now, to go back to what you were saying, where are you in your playthrough of the game? So kind of skewed off topic a bit there.
Sure, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Right. So basically, I had planned on bringing the Switch up with me to Maynooth this week. I've been living in Maynooth for the last 4 weeks. This is where I go to college for. I mean, I'm sure most of you would probably know anyway. But I was planning on bringing it up. I sent you a snap on Monday.
It's quite an entertaining snap.
I was unpacking my bag and I was like, I forgot my Switch, and I was planning on playing Diamond this week. So at that point, I think I had 2 gyms done. In the first weekend.
Okay.
So I played a bit yesterday when I came home, and I beat Veilstone Gym and I beat Pastoria Gym.
Okay.
And I'm now on to Hearthome, so Fantina. So I have 4 badges.
Was that in the original game where you had to skip Hearthome?
Yeah.
Was it as well?
That was a
because
weird...
I kind of went through the game thinking that you go Hearthome, you have to do like I thought you had to beat like a contest or something like that.
Yeah, there was like the contest, and that was like I think that was like a compulsory part of the original game.
That's what I thought.
Whereas this one you can just skip it.
Yeah. And then I was like, you can't do it. And I went to the gym and I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean your gym leader is gone? What? How does that make sense? What kind of fucking wax is this like?
Yeah.
But anyway, I didn't actually know that. When I went to Hearthome, I was actually quite disappointed that I wasn't getting a badge. I'd fucking gone all the way there and they told me to do one, pretty much. So, I
always found that a bit of a weird design choice to put like Hearthome in the middle of it all, and
you have to go back to it,
skip
later,
it, and then go back to it. Yeah.
To be fair, I think there's a route through Pastoris that you can go out.
You can go all the way back around.
Yeah, you pass like the mansion. And then there's a route that goes back up, which fair enough, but like, I agree, it is kind of.
What's funny is actually I didn't take that route to go back. I think I went back the way I came.
You missed that whole route?
Yeah, I didn't go that route, and then I went back down that way when I got to Hearthome, just to like have a look at it or whatever. And sure, I was battling Pokemon that were like 15 levels below me.
Yeah, that's another thing as well. I think, was it, I can't remember, but I feel like certain sections of the game now, lads, nothing will compare to the grind you have to put in when you play Soul Silver or Heart Gold, is it? Yeah, Heart Gold. That, if you have never played that game as a Pokemon trainer, that fucks you over when you get to a certain point. It just, the level grade goes up and you are not ready for it unless you've grinded for it. But this one, it wasn't too bad, but I feel like it struggled in some sections.
Yeah. I think as well though, like these games, I think they're being designed for like a new generation of Pokemon fans.
I was literally going to bring that up as
well. It
was
kind of like a similar deal with Let's Go when they made that, like a regen of like the original games. And so like I'm not surprised there's parts where it's like really easy, but apparently the champion battle with Cynthia is still very difficult. I've heard.
Okay.
Now, I heard this from Jack Greenburn, who filmed Among Us with us back in the day.
Shout out.
Shout out to Greenburn. Big Pokemon fan himself.
Oh, very good.
And according to Danny, he fancies himself a bit as a bit of a,
Danny is, I tell you what, Danny to be
Danny
fair to
and
him-
Greenburn, they both fancy themselves kind of sickles, to be fair. But Greenburn has got there, and Cynthia's Lucario
Yes, there.
wiped his whole team.
Yeah, Lucario's filthy, isn't it?
But it's not even like Garchomp or like, one of her better
Oh
ones.
my
It
god, I forgot to see it as a Garchomp.
The Lucario wiped the whole team.
What moves does that Lucario know? It's like
Don't
Aura
know.
Spear, definitely.
Don't
Metal
know.
Claw.
So apparently the level goes up like massively when you get to
That's
Cynthia,
mad,
which is
though.
great. I actually like that.
But like, this is the thing, right? So like, I think the good thing about Cynthia is that she has, like you say, she has Pokemon that will fuck you up if you are not ready. Like, I remember the first playthrough I did on the DS Lite.
Yeah.
Because I was a terrible Pokemon player as a start, because I was that type of person where I didn't actually understand the concept of Pokemon.
Yeah.
So I took my Chimchar, I got onto an Infernape, who was an incredibly strong party member to have, as any of the stars kind of are once you get them to a certain level.
Yeah.
And I just had like fodder pretty much in my party. So if I needed to heal him, chuck in like this level 2 Badoo, and just have him die.
Take the hit.
Yeah. So I got shafted when I came up to Cynthia, but yeah, I'm not looking forward to that battle, because I've gotten better. I've gotten better at kind of balancing my team. And I'm not going to lie, I quite like my party. I think this is...
Who you got? Come on, tell us.
Do I even want to... Right, so now this is mad, because I'm going to get exposed to this. So, right, so currently as it stands, right, as it stands now, we obviously have Monferro. We have Monferro, classic. He's come from the Chimchar. We have a Kadabra.
Interesting.
In the party. Now, I wouldn't usually be a fan of Kadabra, but he's grown on me a little bit.
Okay.
I won't lie.
Fair.
The next I have in my party is who do I have in my party? Staravia. Obviously, Staravia is surely one of the best flying types.
I think Staraptor is the best bird.
It learns close combat. It can learn Brave Bird. Oh, Brave Bird is such a fucking
filthy move.
It's ridiculous. And it can learn. It's such a good counter. I think
close combat is always such a handy move to have.
You always need.
You always need it. Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah.
Who else do I have?
Say you're coming up against a rock type, which is super effective on you. Bang.
You just whip out close combat, and you get a bit of pace on that Staravia or Staraptor.
Yeah.
Done. Finished. Right. So who else do I have? I had a bee battle for a while, just for
interesting,
for crack. But I kind of had to take him out for the.
Yeah, you have to kind of think of the bigger picture.
Yeah, it's great having a bee barrel just to throw in for the memes.
Yeah,
but
I considered the same with Cricketune.
Yeah, I had a Cricketune for a while, and I was like, no, "You are
not
dead.
You can't stay. You're
so shit."
Yeah.
This is gonna be the one I think that shocks people, because as it stands, obviously this is how he is, but everyone will know why he's in my party. I have a Magikarp.
Well, yeah, it's going to be a Gyarados.
It's going to be a Gyarados. So, yeah, Magic, but only for EXP share is the only reason I have a Magikarp. Because back in the day, if you were doing the Gyarados traditional route, which is obviously getting the Magikarp, leveling them up, you are suffering, and you need you need to be like a monk to have that mental grind to keep battling with like Splash, and then get to a certain level just to get Tackle.
Yeah.
Not even anything decent.
Yeah.
Tackle.
Fucking Tackle, yeah.
So I have him, and I think he's one away from evolving into Gyarados.
Not bad.
So yeah, actually no, I do have Gyarados. He did evolve. So I have Gyarados
well, there
now.
You go.
So there you go. Gyarados is in the squad. And then I have Egg. I have an Egg.
You have an egg. Who's in the Is it the Manaphy egg?
I don't actually I do get the Manaphy egg. I only recently learned how you get the Manaphy egg. So I will be going straight there to get that Manaphy egg.
Yeah, I mean, I got it, I hatched it, I threw it in the box.
Yeah, it's to fill up the Pokédex, really.
Pretty much, yeah.
And then the last Pokemon, I shan't reveal.
Oh.
I will not revealing, because I'm aware that a certain call out was made.
Yes.
I'm aware of this. I won't reveal this. This remains anonymous.
I prefer not to speak.
Yes, exactly. I know this will be watched and this will be analysed, and
That we can be analysing your body language and everything.
he's like, when he says a Magikarp, you can see there's fear in his eyes. He's like,
when he says this mystery Pokemon, you can see him going.
half the reason I got Magikarp as well was to splash mid-battle. Like, when I'm about to win, I will bring Gyarados out, and he will use Splash in his face before he dies.
Just to flex on
This
him.
is not the person I called out, by the way. This is just anyone. If I'm about to be, and I feel really toxic, I'll bring him out and I'll splash in front of his face.
Fair.
But yeah, that's the squad we're rolling with. It definitely will change because I know of, if it's true to the game, which I think it is, I know there's other Pokemon and there's another egg that you can attain, which I will be getting because, like you say, you kind of can't avoid this man or this thing. So I will be getting that. But other than that, I'll leave it there and pass it over to you. What are you rocking? I'm interested to hear your party because I know you're a decent trainer.
Well,
as well.
so far, thank you, mate. By the way, so far, I'm a little bit further on in the game than you are. So I have Infernape, and I have Staraptor. I want usually when I get a Pokemon game, I want to differ my party from Danny's, and in Sinnoh games like this, there's usually only a certain few you can have.
Yeah.
Like he's gotten for the basic, I think he has like Luxray, he's got Floatzel, not sure who else. He's got obviously Staraptor, he's got Torterra.
He chooses grass.
He's the Torterra.
Yeah.
I love Torterra as well. But Infernape's my guy.
To be fair, Infernape is great, but I will admit I did slew him at the start when it was coming about. Like you've got a picture in chat, but realistically, if we're being honest, it's
much of a muchness, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's a good.
Just don't pick Empoleon.
Yeah,
fuck me.
Come on, lads. Yeah,
you're a fraud if you do that.
Steel, really.
But yeah, I've got Infernape, Staraptor. I've gone for my electric type to be Electivire.
Oh, mad! Okay.
Which is a problem because I can't get the Electrolyzer to evolve him until after the game. So when I'm on the island, I have to beat the Elite Four with Electables.
Oh, rip.
It's
not ideal, but you. Yeah, actually, that's not ideal.
It's not great.
There's no positive.
It's not great. And I thought I looked it up, but I didn't read it properly. I looked up where to get the Electrolyzer, and I didn't read it properly. And now I've been shafted.
You are ripped. It happened. It is the worst. It's the most annoying thing in the game where you need certain, like, what's it called? Not credentials, but like you need to do a certain procedure to get that Pokemon. Like I know
trading with the Electrolyzer.
Take my Kadabra. I know I will not get the is it Alakazam?
Yeah,
I can't get Alakazam. And that breaks my heart because I want him.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
I mean, unless you trade with me, isn't it a trade for?
I think you have to trade it. Yeah. To be fair, I actually could trade.
You could trade it with me, and I'll try to give it back, or might not give it back.
Sneaky behaviour. It's like when you steal someone's Pokemon back in the day using action replay.
Yeah,
I used to do that. Actually, it's full disclosure. I was so bad for cheating back in the day. I cheated the whole time in Pokemon. I put the action replay in. I got the code for catching other people's Pokemon.
Yeah.
And like I remember just stealing boys' Pokemon. If they had anything rare that you couldn't get in grass, or you couldn't get like
in the wild,
or like you needed to wait for a certain time of day or whatever, I'd grab him. And I'd be like, you're in the party just for the Pokedex.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you the story about that in a second. I'm just going to restart.
Yeah, no worries. Fun fact, lad. My phone is telling me I'm not in the same country.
Oh, wow.
My phone is telling me that the local time in Ireland is 17:51. The time I am at home, it is 10 to 1 in the morning.
Late night podcast recording. That.
Yeah, what's going on there?
But anyway, just when you mentioned the action replay there, I actually remember. I haven't finished even talking about my own team yet. But anyway, I'll just go off on this tangent for a second. Because I remember hearing about the action replay because me and Danny used to buy this Pokemon magazine back in the day when we were like playing Diamond and Pearl for the very first time.
Oh yes. I think I know where this is going because I think I did the same as you.
We heard about this. So we went over to Athlone, to the Smiths, and asked like the nerdy guy who was working behind the counter at the time, about this action replay. How do you get it? Because we'd heard about it and we're like, this is so sick. Like you could get like rare candies, you could get your Pokemon to level 100. Because like back in the day, you weren't skilled enough or you didn't have the fucking mindset or work rate to get your Pokemon up to the level 100 naturally. So I was like, right, how the fuck do we go about this? We went and asked this guy in that loan, and he was like, why would you want to do that? You're just cheating the game.
Oh god.
He's like, I mean, I can tell you how to get it if you want, but
You're scumbags.
he's like, it's not worth it. I mean, and Danny were just kind of like, oh, sorry. And I was like, well, let's not get that then.
Jesus Christ. So he just called you out.
We were like, when did Diamond and Pearl? So we would have been like 7, 8, 9, 10 around that time.
It's both, yeah.
And this guy literally was like, why would you do that? He was like, this guy in his 20s, like, he was like, why the fuck would you do
He
that?
grabs your collar.
He was like, why are you playing Fred? And he was like, why would you do that?
You're a scum.
And we felt so bad. We felt like proper criminals. Like, near the end. I was like, oh fuck! Like,
The boys in Japan are coming after you now.
yeah, literally, the feds are coming to fucking
lad.
tell us not to do that. But yeah, funny old story. That. But yeah, finishing off the part, I've got Infernape, Staraptor, Electabuzz.
It's even hard to say that, isn't it?
Yeah,
It just don't work.
I can't get an Electivire till after the game, and that breaks my heart. But then I have got my water type is Gastrodon.
Okay. So,
I've gone for it. I don't want to go for Floatzel because that's just like the obvious one.
Yeah, I look, no disrespect if you choose Floatzel, but it's like you say, there's a certain Pokemon you pick in when you play Sinnoh. Like, it's kind of like, it's quite obvious.
The generic one.
Yeah, it's quite obvious what the strongest possible party is in Sinnoh. I think you have to mix it up. And again, no disrespect if you choose it.
Yeah, like
but,
Danny has, I think he's Luxray, and he's got Floatzel, which is like quite generic.
Yeah, like, but I will say, I always will go with, I will try and get Luxray. I just think he's a sick Pokemon.
He's very sick.
So
I did have him. I started off, I caught the Shinx on Route 1, and I was like, right, I'm going to end up getting a Luxray here because, like, for Pokedex. And I ended up, it was actually, he helped me catch the Elekid in, like, the Underground.
Oh, mad. That's another thing, actually, as well. The Underground now.
That's quite possibly the best part of the game.
I did not expect that. I saw the question mark and I just thought, oh, it's like someone, like, you know, when you play with other people, and I just thought, someone's secret base. I was like, holy shit, there's a lot of secret bases.
Yeah.
Went in and it's fucking Pokemon. It's like Pokemon Go, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, elements in there. So that's sick.
And you can catch Pokemon in there that you can't catch on, like, the surface.
Yeah, which
so,
is
like,
sick.
Elekid you can't catch on the surface. You have to catch them in the caves. And I was like, that's fucking crazy. So, yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah, I've got... So, yeah. Infernape, Staraptor, Electabuzz, Gastrodon. And I do have another one, but I can't think of it right now. I'm thinking of getting catching a Ralts and getting Gallade.
That's something else I did do. I have a Ralts in my box, and I am very tempted to switch out for Kadabra. The only reason I haven't done it is because I'm a certain way with Kadabra.
Yeah.
That I'm kind of like, I don't want to do my man like this, but I might have to do him like that.
Yeah.
You know, he might have to be...
He might have to be
moved along.
yeah.
But you know,
I think Brilliant Diamond has. Do you know when you have like your version exclusives,
the legendaries. This is, or is this
legendaries and just Pokemon in general.
Okay.
Like, I think, for example, we as Diamond players have Electabuzz.
Yes.
Whereas Pearl has Magmortar. Yeah.
Yes.
And Electivire shits on Magmortar. I don't care what anyone says.
It's a dub. It's a massive dub.
I think overall the Pokemon in Diamond are better. But when you look at the legendaries, I think Pearl takes it.
It hurts. Like I saw. I think
they've got the birds.
Yeah, they got the ones you want realistically. Like who have we got? We've got
Entei, Suicune, Raikou, the 3 dog things, and obviously we've got the Alga. I don't know who else though. I haven't really looked. And then just those are the 3 that stick out to me because Pearl, them Pearl lot have
them Pearl boys.
Them Pearl boys. They got the Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno, which hurts. But we have to accept this.
Realistically, though, yeah, this is the thing I said. Realistically, though, legendaries are cool, but like I say, if you use them in your party, you're
a bit of a fraud.
Yeah, you're cheating the system here.
Yeah.
There are good Pokemon.
Come on for the fellas who, like, I was just saying, wanted to buy action replays back in the day.
We've grown up, lads.
Yeah.
We've grown up.
Just like for the children of now who are just starting off playing Pokemon, don't play with a legendary in your party. Just don't be that guy.
Just do it, like, you know. It's all well and good if you're trying to beat a man and you come on a party of 6 legendaries, but like, realistically, legends are just kind of names. Like there are counters. You can beat legendaries. They're not like invincible. Yeah.
But yeah, I think overall, to wrap it up, I think it's a delight of a game.
Yes.
I love it a lot. I love the style.
The style is
that
nice.
was a controversial point when the trailers came out. I think we talked about it. But
they actually changed the style after.
It
so
looks a
many
bit
complaints.
different. It looks a bit more polished. There's like little not motion blurs, but like if you're far away from something, it's like a bit blurry, and the effect is really cool. I like the character models. I think it all looks really cool.
Do you? Okay.
I think it's really cool.
I
like the fact that it's camera's down looking down, if you know, or up looking down, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like the OG games.
I will admit the character models at times annoy me solely in cutscenes.
Yeah.
When it's like when the camera is level, and you can see it. To me just comes across a bit bobblehead. I said it to Danny actually in a snap there earlier, but that is a very minimal complaint. Like it's not. I'm not saying that ruins the game. Yeah. Everything else about the game is sick, and I haven't even played the whole thing yet. So I'm very excited to see how it goes. I'm also excited to see, because I don't know if they still keep true to like events and stuff like that, but like you could do like certain events in like Snow Point around Christmas time or around your birthday or something. Like certain
Pokemon turn up.
Yeah. So I'm curious to see what happens with that. But anyway, we cross that bridge when we get to it. Like you say, it's a fucking serious game, and I look forward to playing more of
it. Basically, like, anyone who wants to get into Pokemon, if you've never played Pokemon before,
this is the one.
We started with the original Diamond and Pearl games back in the day, back in 2007.
Yep.
So if you're looking to get into Pokemon games, I suggest you start with these, because they're easy to a point, but fun nonetheless.
Yeah, you can mix it up.
Yeah, 100%. So we've just spent the first
half an hour.
That doesn't feel like half an hour, man.
I felt longer, lad. Honestly, I was thinking like, God, we've talked about this for like an hour.
Yeah.
The whole podcast is just Pokemon.
But if you're not into Pokemon, apologies to this point. But we're not going to talk about.
We just don't care.
We just don't give a fuck. We're now going to talk about football. So those of you who don't like football,
you
get out.
In trouble. I know certain people are not going to be happy with me.
I just want to touch on one big story. You're obviously a Man United fan.
Yeah.
I was like,
here we go. It's begun.
We've talked about Man United in the podcast before.
It's a constant topic, really, if we're being honest.
It's a bit of a circus.
Yeah, it is, and it's a travelling circus.
It is, and there's been a lot happening at the club in the last couple of weeks, hasn't there? That we haven't had a chance to talk about because you haven't made a podcast. But obviously, there was kind of all started off with the 5-0 defeat to Liverpool.
It did. From there, it was just like you knew what was coming, but they just did not have the balls to do it.
They should have done it then.
It had to be done then, in my opinion. That was just before the international break, wasn't it?
You played Man City the next week,
and
then the international break.
I think it had to be done then. It had to either be done just
after the Liverpool game or after the City game.
It had to be done then.
To be honest, I think you could argue it could have been done a year ago.
Oh, it should have been. But let's call a spade and meet the board where they're at saying that. He's a project. We give him time, but he was great. We played the two best teams in English football. Now, obviously, we'll throw Chelsea in that hat because Chelsea, as we said, I think at the start of the season, are a different breed than what they used to be under Tuchel. But we played them, and we for want of a better word, shit on. And I think that really highlighted how big a difference it was. Like, for a team that finished second in the Premier League, now again, COVID and all these factors that play into it, whatever, we finished second, we got slapped silly. And that was with the addition of Cristiano Ronaldo, who is meant to revitalise and change our squad now. 36 or 37?
Yeah.
How is he going to revitalise that squad? Don't know. But that's the point I think was being made. So I definitely agree he should have been gone a long time ago. Like, I don't mind Solskjaer. I just don't think he was the right man. I don't think anyone in their right mind thought he was the right man. It should have been done earlier.
Yeah. And obviously then City happens, you lose 2-0. Kind of fairly weak performance as well. Then international break happens, the board still don't act, and then the Watford game happens, and that was the one that broke it. And I think he was probably told, you're one bad defeat and one bad performance away here from getting sacked.
This was a bad performance. Like, let's be honest here. This was poor. Like, 5-0 against Liverpool, not great, not good, but they have world-class players. Like, I'm going on record to say Mohamed Salah is definitely, if not the best in the world right now, he is definitely top 3 or top 5 in the world.
There's a conversation to be had there, and we'll talk about it.
I thought this, but that's.
We'll talk about it after United.
I'm putting my point down now, just so it's out there.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, no, I can accept that, but losing 4-1 to Watford, that to me, and not just the fact we lost 4-1, it was the way we lost it. Harry Maguire, who people say is one of the best. Well, people say the English media claim him to be one of the best centre backs in the world, got made to look like a schoolboy. The tackle that got him sent off, we talked about it inside before.
Yeah.
He's either pulled him down, and as he's going down, decided I'm going to chop his legs anyway, or has chopped his legs, and in case he wouldn't go down anyway, decides to pull him down.
And done all that while already on a booking.
I can't understand what went through that man's mind, and personally, I can't understand how he's a defender. There's been so many clips of Harry Maguire just so poor defensive, like in particular defensive awareness is something I've noticed that he is terrible at. Classic example was, I think, Leipzig in the Champions League last season, where the ball has literally rolled across goal in front of him. Any decent defender, as you know yourself, if the ball is coming
as a decent defender,
as a man who's played at a semi-professional level, yeah, you know yourself, like when the ball comes across goal, the ball cannot be coming across goal, and the ball cannot be coming into the box, period.
Yeah.
You get rid of it.
Yeah.
Harry Maguire has let it roll across him, and it's tapped, and he's looked behind him as if to say that's someone else's job.
Yeah.
That's our captain. That was our captain, I think, at the time, or maybe he wasn't. That's our captain now.
Here's the question though: with Ralph Rangnick coming in,
yes,
and obviously, coming in on an interim basis. They've made it quite clear that no matter how well he does, he's going to be moving up to the sporting director's role. From next season, he won't be the manager. Somebody else will be in, whether it's Ten Hag, whether it's Pochettino, whether it's Zinedine Zidane, whoever it is. It won't be Rangnick. But with new people coming in, is this now the time? Does Harry Maguire get stripped of his captaincy? Because, as you say, it's the sheer volume of mistakes that he's made.
Yeah.
Key mistakes in games, like you think of the Tottenham game last season, where he's lost 6-1. Like he was at fault for the Liverpool game.
He was at fault for, definitely.
He could have been at fault for 3 or 4 of them goals.
Definitely.
Man City game, like just bad positioning. Tottenham again this season, like last season again. Like so many incidences, and not looking like a player who, as a captain, is supposed to lead from the front and like show by example. Is this now a time for somebody else to step up? And is that man Cristiano Ronaldo?
So here's my thought on the thing, right? So Harry Maguire, I don't think anyone can deny it, deserves to be dropped.
Yeah.
He has to be dropped. I don't know currently what the injury situation with Varane is. I think he's out with a hamstring.
Yeah, he's out for another few weeks, I think. Yeah.
So the problem we have at United is that we have, and I don't mean to be disrespectful, but we have players, the other defenders, who kind of are bought in as bench warmers. Let's be real. Let's be honest. Eric Bailly, who on his day is a really good defender. Like he's a bit wild, he's a bit crazy with his clearances and his defending.
Yeah.
But he gets the job done. Now, obviously, when he's wild and he's crazy, when it goes bad, it looks bad.
Yeah.
And that's why, in my opinion, he doesn't start. Victor Lindelof, alongside him, again, has his days. He is slow.
Yeah.
He is slow. And in the modern Premier League, with teams like Liverpool, City, Chelsea, and other teams as well, like even Watford as well, have pace. The main thing is pace. They move the ball quickly. If you can't keep up with the play, you're exposed.
Yeah.
And that is another thing that happens. The problem we have then is that he deserves to be dropped, Maguire. We don't have anyone to replace him.
Yeah.
And that is something I've been roaring for. Now, in fairness, we got Varane. It was a positive signing.
He's just always injured.
He's just always injured. And that is the thing that drives me insane, is that he has got a criminal injury record. He is, like you say, constantly injured. He is one of the most unlucky players for injuries. But we're left in a situation now where we have a hole, where we have our best defender, our world-class defender in Raphael Varane, who was out injured. We have Harry Maguire, who is shit. Let's call it a spade a spade. He's shit.
As Raphael van der Vaart nicely pointed out.
He's shit. We got Wan-Bissaka, who I've been on the fence for a while. Again, on his day he's good, but there's been so many clips I've seen of him jogging back defensively, and it's just there's no.
That's a bit strange. Them ones.
It
I've
is
seen
annoying.
a lot of them.
It is very annoying as a United fan. He goes forward and he goes ham, and he kind of gives up halfway going back. It's kind of like he accepts, and that mindset really annoys me. Like no more than I assume it annoys everyone else. Luke Shaw, he's all right. He's not great.
He's not
He's kind of dropped off a bit, small bit. But look, like that's happens. Like defensively, United are in a problem. Is Ronaldo the man to take it? I personally think yes. And the only reason I say yes is again, you look at that team of starters. There's no leader in there. Maybe Bruno, but the problem I have with Bruno is the problem that I think everyone has is that he slightly average at the minute.
Yeah,
slightly average, and I hate saying that because he is when he plays well, he plays well.
Yeah,
but sometimes when he came on against Villarreal for he was brilliant, and that's what I want to see more of from him. And hopefully, under this new manager, we can get that from him. Now, again, obviously, his manager, for anyone who doesn't know, he plays a gegenpress style, which is obviously you press the ball, you go in numbers to hunt the ball down and try and turn it.
Defending starts from the front. Like think Liverpool, think Chelsea, Klopp.
The best teams really kind of use gegenpress.
It's kind of like the in thing in terms of like what every top manager seems to be using as their style of play. And we were just saying beforehand that it's is it going to necessarily work with a 37-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo, who even in his prime was never a man for work rate on the pitch. Obviously off the pitch, like he did everything to make himself the best he could be, and the best in the world, obviously, in a lot of people's book. But on the pitch, his work rate has never been brilliant.
Amazing,
even at 37 now, it's not like, I think some stats come out recently about his pressing, and he was like something like the lowest amount of sprints in a game from like the top strikers in the league or something along those lines. And it's Ronaldo at the end of the day. Like he's still going to be the man that's going to be there to get the goals. You've seen it again, Champions League during the week. He does it again. Like he's just inevitable.
He's in the right position the whole time.
Exactly, and that's how these days he's managed to adapt and become a natural, like out and out goal scorer, 100%. But I think Ronaldo's the man for the captaincy because of his attitude off the pitch as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Like he'll be vocal on the pitch, but off the pitch he looks after himself. He eats the right shit. He fucking works so hard in the gym. I'd imagine he stays back fucking hours after training to practice his finishing, to practice this and that. And that is only going to have a positive influence on the rest of the squad.
Yeah.
Harry Maguire got sent off against Watford last week, then went out on the piss in Sheffield.
That is something else that really...
Do you think if Cristiano Ronaldo was sent off last week, would he have gone out on the piss? He'd have been kicking himself for the whole weekend.
I reckon that dressing room would have been torn up a bit after he got sent off.
Yeah.
He definitely would be that kind of person that goes in and starts punching walls and just annoys at himself.
Yeah.
I do agree what you're saying. I think he is... I think a problem with United as well is we lack mindset. I think are mentally weak, in my opinion. I think when it doesn't go well, the heads drop, and we kind of think. And I think now because we've been in this rut for a couple of years, the players have got into. Maybe I'm chatting shit, but in my opinion, it feels kind of like they kind of go, okay, this is kind of us. We're gonna throw this away a little bit. Now, Ronaldo, like you say, out and out winner. He's born to play football. He's born to play this sport. This is his sport. That's why he's so passionate about it, and the work rate he puts in his shows. That is exactly, like you say, what we need in this squad. And the fact Harry Maguire, I just can't see what he provides as captain, other than the fact that he is just like
dominant centre half.
Yeah, it's that typical captain role, but that's Sunday League kind of mindset.
Yeah,
we give it to our centre half because he's a big, strong man, and he talks strong, maybe questionable. Man might be even questionable for Mr. Maguire, but
football player might be questionable, to be honest.
There's been so much going wrong for Harry Maguire. There's been controversies, like you say, and I just think he just needs Not that he needs...
Controversies that have been swept under the carpet, by the way.
Yes, but that have been mysteriously vanished and never brought about again.
It's interesting.
Shout out the English media. You've done a great job with that.
Yeah, brilliant.
But yeah, no, I totally agree. Ronaldo has to be the man. And under this new manager, I would like to see a bit of a change in attitude. Now, like you say, going back to your original point, do United have the quality to play gegenpress football? Again, in my opinion, it comes down to the players we have. Yeah. I said this inside. We have two midfielders that kind of always start in McFred.
Yeah.
It's McFred, always. It will never...
McFred 2021.
It will never not be McFred. Now, hopefully Donny gets a game. I think, yeah, I'd like to see Donny play in that midfield. Is he built for that position? Time will tell.
Yeah, he wasn't great against Villarreal during the
week.
But you can't write him off.
Yeah, I can't. He's had one game,
yeah.
And I saw people on Twitter saying this, like, "Oh, Donny was shit. Donny was shit."
Bruno Fernandes has been... You said yourself, Bruno Fernandes has been banged out for the last couple of weeks.
And he's got fucking boys licking his hole because he's Bruno Fernandes and he scored... To be fair, he scored goals and he's got good assists. But, like, this is it. So, you look at McFred, you go, McTominay... It's too aggressive. Every time McTominay loses the ball or someone gets past him, he dives in and he takes him down. It is just... I don't think I've seen a game where it hasn't happened, and I've seen it happen maybe 1 in 4 times it leads to a goal. I remember, I think it was Everton, he did it, where he brought someone down and they got a free kick. This was the 3-3 game. And they got the equaliser from that corner, or the free kick, whipped in, bang, 3-3. Annoyed the shit out of me. Fred is controversial at the minute because his pressing at the weekend or the week during Villarreal was excellent.
Yeah.
The problem I have with Fred,
but he gets on the ball.
He is shit.
Yeah.
And that is another thing style of gegenpress. Gegenpress, you win the ball back, but you have to be able to move it.
It's about the accurate passing and the transition.
You have to get it from that attack to defence or defence to attack.
Yeah.
So. Do we have the quality there? Pogba as well.
That's a bit of a
Can you see Pogba playing gegenpress football? Can we honestly say that Paul Pogba, in a right mindset, will not... Now, again, the same point we make for Fred McTominay will, number 1, not foul in the press, so press correctly, and 2, will he track back, press, get the ball, and move it? I'd say he can move the ball well.
Yeah.
I don't think he is the best presser. And I think maybe that's what we lack at United.
Yeah.
Is a proper CDM player like Kante who can do both. Like Kante, I think Kante is the standard of...
Yeah, well, that's what you look for. That's the kind of attributes you look for.
You can win it back, and he can run with the ball as well. My God.
I'm going to check this camera.
I'm actually going to go for...
Yeah, I'm going to go for a piss. Little pause.
Can we interrupt this for a piss break? Get it fucking done, Mike.
Get it done.
Get it done. Sort it out. Bollocks.
It's not like Cal the Dragon. Oh, God.
What a life.
Maybe you could do it with a Cal the Dragon run.
Oh, God, no. God, please.
I was going to say, a player that United need, we were talking about a little Kante in the middle of the park fucking snapping in at tackles and starting attacks. Declan Rice is your man. Declan Rice is the guy United need.
He's very underrated.
He is. He's actually one of the best midfielders in the league.
Yeah, and it hurts saying that because of the betrayal. And
the betrayal is the betrayal. Like, I'm over the betrayal at this point.
I'm not.
You're not?
I won't ever be over this. That man kissed the jersey.
He did.
He kissed it.
He did.
He kissed it.
I can't help but appreciate.
I can't.
How good of a player he is.
If he came to United, that's the only way I forgive him. I can't forgive him. I don't care how good the Hammers are. I will never forgive him.
I remember when Chelsea were linked to him initially, and I was like, Chelsea, don't do this.
Don't break my heart.
Don't do this.
You can't take my Kante.
Yeah, exactly. But he's the kind of player United need.
Oh, definitely.
Because he is so good at making tackles, and now what he's brought into his game in the last 12 to 18 months is that ability to just drive with the ball and start attacks. Good. So good. But it'd be interesting to see what happens. Obviously, Chelsea, Man United is on tomorrow.
This is the big one.
Now, this is coming out on Tuesday. The game will have already played out. Prediction. Obviously, the game will have happened and all by this point.
I'm going to go with an optimistic 2-1 loss.
An optimistic 2-1 loss.
Yes, I'm gonna go 2-1. Like you say, United on their day, they get jammy and they might fucking do something. But that first half against Villarreal was
shocking.
It was poor. It really was. And to be fair, we have to say we got lucky. Like the second half performance on Bruno,
the goal, the Ronaldo goal, was from a Capu mistake.
Yeah, it was a mistake, and he's got a lovely little dink over him. He's Ronaldo. He does that. The second goal, fairly good. Like
good finish,
just pulled it across from flank to flank, and it worked very well. I can't see us doing that against Chelsea. I think they've got so much quality, and every time I see the Chelsea lineup, I'm like, this is such a good team. Like even your Trevor Chalobah now. He was someone I think that you started at the start of the season. It was kind of
he's just kind of thrown in, and everyone was like shit.
And now he's scoring goals left, right, and centre. He's decent. Reece James is in incredible form.
Yeah,
and that's just defensively. That's not even talking about your midfielders, your strike force. Is Lukaku still back?
I think Lukaku might be making his return tomorrow.
He might. Well, there you go. And
I think he's back in training anyway, and obviously Timo's back as well.
I'm good to see Timo on the score sheet.
Yeah, I don't know if Timo will start tomorrow.
I doubt he will.
I think Hudson-Odoi been in very good form, so I can't see him dropping him. Yeah. I think Mount will start. I think if Tuchel can start Lukaku, he will. But the fact that he hasn't had any minutes, but it is Manchester United, so he might just say fuck it and throw him in. I'm usually quite pessimistic, but I love this Chelsea team at the minute.
It's so good, lad.
Absolute. Oh, gee.
Evening.
Thanks very much.
Oh, legend.
Thank you.
Oh, cheers. Thank you very much, Steve.
Thank you.
I think there's drinks coming.
Much appreciated.
Thank you very much. Unfortunately, it's only my waddies.
Thank you very much.
There you go.
Cheers, sir. Thank you very much.
Out, dogs.
Quality.
Oh, yes. Proper podcast.
The ShiteTalk mukbang.
Yes. Something that will be coming, I feel.
I think it needs to happen at some point. But, yeah, I think Tuchel, if he can play Lukaku, I think he will. He hasn't had any minutes, but my prediction, I'm going to go 2-0 Chelsea.
Yeah, I feel you're dead right.
I think, Chelsea's form against United the last couple of seasons have been a bit of a bogey team, where we've kind of struggled to get results over them here and there. But I just think Chelsea are too fucking good at the minute, and United aren't. Sorry, but they're just not. They're
just shit.
I think, I don't want to jinx it or anything like that, but I just think if Chelsea don't get all 3 points, I'll be disappointed.
Oh yeah, maybe. So funny and doing eating food on a podcast.
But we got lasagna and garlic bread, lads.
What more do you want, realistically? It's Saturday evening.
Wasn't expecting this. Fucking
get a pint out here now. Put football on. I'm happy out.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, I just think United at the minute. Maybe your man coming in. I doubt he's going to be in United.
I think Michael Carrick is in charge tomorrow.
Yeah, but is he going to make an appearance in the stand, do you reckon? Or?
He may do. I don't know. Is he going to pick the team? I'm not entirely sure.
I really hope he doesn't, considering he hasn't seen us.
True, yeah. He'll just be kind of doing guesswork. He'll be like, he'll have heard everything about Fred, and he'll just be like, nah.
Get him out. Get that man out of the club.
Thank you very much, Stephen. Keep the devil from the door for a while.
Thank you.
Right.
Cheers, Stephen.
But yeah, final prediction. We're not going to be able to open that door now.
Oh
shit! He gave us food at least. So
yeah, look, we have survival means.
But yeah, I'm gonna go 2-0 Chelsea. I'm looking forward to it. I think if we weren't so busy, we'd like to do a watch along of it. But
that's something I was thinking of doing. Yeah. But I literally have an exam, and I've been called into work tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
Oh, so I am fucked.
Oh mate,
I'm cool. So it's annoying. We definitely will do a watch along. I think of United Chelsea one of the days.
Yeah, and if not, I think when the Champions League comes back for the knockout rounds, I feel like we should definitely do that.
100%.
Because that's when the stakes get higher, and it overall just gets more entertaining, to be honest. But alright, after a quick intermission, we have returned. We can see the two of us are in the shot now.
Nice.
Because the second camera has died. This is literally turned into a mukbang because we're eating a bit of grub.
Fucking good grub as well. Fucking decent grub.
Final point in the podcast I want to bring up, right?
Okay.
And it is, actually, firstly, when we first started doing the podcast, we always just used the one camera angle.
Yeah.
So this is kind of giving me like vibes of
Original
that. Original
vibes, yeah. And it was just literal position as well.
Yeah. But yeah, the final point I want to bring up, and it was something that was said on the Instagram poll.
Okay.
Ballon d'Or coming up.
Oh, fucking hell.
I think it's on the 29th.
Okay.
So it might already be done by the time this comes out. Who's winning it? And why?
Mohamed Salah.
Mo Salah.
Yeah. It has to be. Whoa, actually, hang on, let me think. Who is the shortlist? Because no, they got rid of they're down to like the final five. It's like Lewandowski, Mbappe. Is Mbappe on that shortlist? Actually? No, I don't think he is. Hang on.
In the final five, I'm not sure.
I don't think he is actually. He had a stinky
Stinky Euros, isn't
yeah,
it?
so that probably didn't help him.
No.
Ballon d'Or 2021. Right. Who is the... Yeah, thanks for telling me the list, you prick. Just doesn't tell me. What the fuck? Why? Where is the list for Ballon d'Or?
Well, there's lots of reports coming out that it's already done, and the person who has won already knows that they've won.
Really?
Yeah. So, like, whenever the award ceremony is on the 29th,
Yes.
they'll just be going up to accept the award, having already known that they're
That's
getting
bollocks. That is bollocks. I don't like that.
it. No. And according to multiple reports, that person who has won is Lionel Messi.
Oh.
Thoughts?
A goat. Absolute fantastic player. Ballon d'Or winner 2021. That don't sit right with me.
It sits, yeah, it's a bit...
I think first off, you have to look at Salah, and I think there's two people that come to mind that are the new kind of people who should be winning it, and that is like Robert Lewandowski. He has been robbed last season.
Yeah, that's always something that didn't sour out in me either.
He was
It's
robbed.
like, why did they not do it last year? It's not as if there was no football being played. It was just there was no fans in the stadium. And they couldn't hold the ceremony because of COVID. But surely still give Lewandowski the Ballon d'Or.
He had to win it, in my opinion. And then the other one, obviously, is Salah. I saw a clip. Do you know the guy from Liverpool? He's kind of like a young lad.
James Redmond.
Maybe, yeah. He kind of goes. He's like the man. I don't do if that.
Yeah, James Redmond.
Yeah. I don't like a lot of the fan like watch-alongs. Like we've discussed the Anfield agenda.
Have we?
Well, I discussed it with Danny. Do you remember actually we were in Abbeycarton?
Yeah.
And we were taking the piss out of
yeah.
And I think I said it's either you or Danny at the time. I says I can't stand the watch-alongs and the people who do them. Like even Mark Goldbridge. I only watch.
Do you not like Goldbridge?
No, and the only reason I like Goldbridge, well, watch him, is because he's actually funny when he's angry. This other guy is kind of just annoying, and I can't listen to him. Or
Is this Anfield agenda you're talking about?
Yeah, so like Mr. Paddy Murray as well is another person.
Paddy Murphy.
Sorry, what am I saying? Paddy Murray. Another one I actually have him blocked because I'm seeing him so much on my TikTok.
Same.
If you know, you know. But yeah, no, they annoy me. But this guy is actually one guy I actually enjoy listening to. I actually think he's actually quite entertaining.
Player I'm talking about now, Sadio Mane. I don't do if buts and maybes, I do absolutes. He's the best player in the world.
Yeah, no, I actually saw him there after the game at Arsenal, and it was like, he was saying some shit like they were chanting about, is it a library in here? And we're just chatting about, where are European Cups? Where are they? And he was like saying,
You're looking into a camera that's not on right now.
I've done that twice. I'm so used to like it being there, and now it's here. Yeah, so he said something like, I was a bit of a, they had to try a bit of spice to it, but it wasn't that spicy, a bit of salt with no, or chips with no salt. I don't know why that just made me laugh so much, but yeah.
Did you see the one from the Arsenal game last week?
Yes.
He was getting interviewed after the Arsenal game, and he goes, he goes, he's drinking a bottle of water. He says, "Sorry for a second, just drinking the Arsenal fans' tears." He starts drinking it. And then he was like, your man was like, "So James, what do you think of the game?" And he goes, "Look, it was fantastic. We fucking fingered them from start to finish."
he's class. I
love James.
I love him. But he was in a discussion with a United fan. This is the original point.
I've seen that, yeah.
Where he was like trying to justify United man wanted to say like, how is he the greatest in the world? And I was just thinking, you've dug yourself a hole here, lad. You've basically taken an L on the whole United. And he just broke it down, and everything he said, I was kind of like, yeah, he's actually right. Like,
yeah,
he hasn't just come up. He has been doing this consistently.
He's not just come to the party. He's been running the party for the last 4 years since he's come here. He comes in, gets top goal scorer. Next season, gets his Champions League final again. We win it. Next season, top scorer. We win the Premier League.
Right, he's dead on.
He was just going point after point after point.
And I think he was United fan was trying to say, "Oh, Ronaldo's the GOAT." Stop.
Yeah, but like that's not what the question was.
Yeah, and the thing is, right, here's the thing, right, I love Ronaldo, he is my GOAT. I love Messi, I think he's a GOAT as well. I don't compare the two of them. I think you have to enjoy them now before they leave. But to say that Ronaldo is better than fucking Salah, as it stands
right now is ludicrous.
It's an L. It is a monumental L. Ronaldo, granted, gets us goals, comes up with winners. He is not the player Salah is.
Yeah.
He is not who he is. Ronaldo now we're talking about, by the way. We're not talking about Ronaldo
in his career in general.
We're talking about Ronaldo now. And that's, I think, a point that a lot of United fans misinterpret. We're not talking about Ronaldo, prime Ronaldo. We're talking about...
Yeah, prime Ronaldo. Like, when we look back on the careers of Mohamed Salah and Cristiano Ronaldo shits on Salah's career overall. By far. But the question was, right now,
in this moment,
right now, Mo Salah's not just like the best player in the league. He quite possibly might just be the best player in the world.
Yeah,
and that was the point that you were making, that for Ballon d'Or.
So that's where I'm sitting with it. I think you can't. As if the Ballon d'Or committee can look themselves in their mirror and say, Messi is better in this season than fucking, like, Messi. To be fair, let's be honest, he did the Copa America, didn't he?
Yeah, I think that's a lot of people. What the point a lot of people make though is that Messi still scored 30 odd goals. Barcelona didn't win the league, but Messi still scored 30 odd goals and won the Copa America.
Yeah.
But it's just probably by Messi's unbelievable standards. But it's not quite what he is like. There was a year where Lionel Messi scored 91 goals back in 2012.
Yeah, that's freak Messi.
That's incredible.
Freak.
But he still had an incredible year.
Yeah. But this is the point I make when I say that, right? So I understand that's the point. Messi scored 30 goals, he's great. And I mean no disrespect to La Liga Santander. It is La Liga Santander now, isn't it? I mean no disrespect to them. But Salah is doing this. He's doing these, and he's putting these numbers up in what is undoubtedly the most competitive league in the world. I will not hear any fucking logic to say that the English Premier League is not the most competitive league in the world right now. He has done Salah. He put stats up week in, week out. The goal he scored against City, wasn't it, where he just made every one of those, and they are top defenders. They made them look like shit. Yep. He shat. I watched that goal with Dad, and as United fans, we even were like, that is fucking amazing. He is ridiculous. How has he kept the ball there? Yeah. We look back on
he's not going through like Sunday League defenders. He's going through Laporte, Diaz.
He's going through international best defenders in the best league,
Premier League
in
winning
the world.
Defenders.
And with no disrespect again to Ligue 1 or wherever, Messi is in PSG now. He's not doing as good. Now, I don't mean to say that just because he's not doing good now doesn't mean he's not great. Yeah. And he doesn't deserve to win the Ballon d'Or. But what I am saying is that when we look at consistency, which is something I think that isn't looked at enough in the Ballon d'Or, it's kind of like the name and like these moments,
Yeah.
Salah is constantly, in my opinion, big time and putting up numbers.
Yeah.
Messi, Ronaldo, and whoever else is in that list, I think Salah is just ahead of them. Just maybe not massively.
Yeah.
And maybe there is arguments to say he's not the best in the world. I do think Salah is ahead of the panel that is in the Ballon d'Or. And the only person I see close to that is Lewandowski.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, that
Lewandowski is the closest to Salah. I will not hear anything. If they're not the top two...
Apparently, like, according to multiple reports, Salah... You're going to go mental here. Salah's not even top 3.
That is... Oh, I'm sorry. That I can't... Even as a United fan...
Second is apparently Karim Benzema. Lewandowski's not even second, apparently.
That's so
Now, Karim Benzema is...
That's
fucking world class as well, and I think arguably he's shone even more ever since Ronaldo's left Real Madrid.
Yeah.
However, how you can't have Salah in top 3 now? It's not confirmed. Like, it probably will be confirmed by the time this podcast comes out. But amid multiple reports, Messi's won it, Benzema's come second, and Lewandowski's third. This kind of reminds me actually of the year Modric won it.
Yeah,
that was a strange year because your top 3 was Modric, Griezmann, Ronaldo. Mbappe was 4th, Messi was 5th. It was a very weird kind of year. It
definitely was kind of backwards.
Whereas Messi probably deserved to at least be top 2 that year. So it feels like that kind of year where it's questionable to say the least.
I'm sorry. I rate Benzema, and Dad in particular loves Benzema. He thinks he is a criminally underrated striker, which he is. He kind of, like you said, now that he's been left to his own devices, he is coming through his own. However, like you say, there is a standard, in my opinion, that Benzema is at, and Salah, I can't see. This is a gap I'm saying, and I don't care. I understand that Benzema's good, and I'm not saying Benzema's shit or he doesn't deserve. I'm saying that for a player who plays on the wing as well, like, remember, this is the other thing as well.
He's not even a striker.
He's not a striker.
He's not a Lewandowski or a Benzema in the sense that he's not a centre forward.
No, he's not a striker. He has no rights, in my opinion, to be getting the goals that he's getting. The number of goals he gets. He's not getting a ball crossed into him. He's not getting a ball, played straight in front of the goal, and he has a choice of going left or right. He has to work in from the wing to get in that position. Sometimes, obviously, he gets a cross or whatever. 90% of the time, he has to work a lot harder than what a lot of other players on that panel. And that, to me, is why. Because when we looked at Messi and Ronaldo winning the Ballon d'Or, in my opinion, it was those moments where we saw them out on the wing, taking on players, getting in behind, and like that's when we were kind of like, okay, these are getting big now. What is, and I'm not trying to say that Salah is Messi Ronaldo.
Yeah.
What I am saying is he has qualities.
Right now, though.
Yeah.
Right now, he is that level.
Yeah. Right now, he is there, and that's.
But here's the point, right? That a lot of people who would argue that Messi is better than Ronaldo come up with, and I would pick I would pick Messi over Ronaldo.
Yeah, this is where we disagree.
This isn't that debate, but Ronaldo does things that other players do. Like, he's a goal scorer, whereas Messi does things that we've never seen before. Salah does things that we've never seen before. Like, he scored the goal against Watford, where he weaves in and out. But the week before that, he got the goal against Man City. And I remember watching the Liverpool-Watford game being like, oh my god, he's just fucking done it again. He's done the exact same thing again. Like, he's incredible. And I actually, if I was to pick, I would agree with you, mate. I would say Salah deserves it.
I think any football fan has to say Salah.
Yeah.
I just can't see, if you watch football and you are saying, like in previous seasons, that, oh yeah, Messi deserves to win it or Ronaldo deserves to win it, and you're looking at Salah this season and say,
Salah's gone clear.
He's miles, in my opinion.
He's gone clear.
And I think what age is Salah now?
He's probably 28 or 9, is he?
Like, fair enough, like, he's in that latter stage of his career. Give him his fucking, what's it called?
Lewandowski deserves one as well.
Yeah.
And that's like, Lewandowski should have got it last year, but it looks like he's not even going to get it this year. It looks like Messi's going to get it.
Yeah, I will say, he is robbed, Lewandowski, but I think he is incredibly unlucky because he is in a time period where Messi and Ronaldo have just kind of started to come to the end, and he's finally being recognised.
Yeah, but he's also old as well.
Yeah, and bloody Salah's come up now with like these world-class performances. I do feel for him. I do feel he deserves recognition. If Lewandowski won it, I wouldn't be as mad as if, say, Messi. If Ronaldo was even talked about winning it, I would be upset. And that's coming from a United fan. That's honesty.
Yeah.
As Ronaldo this season, he's done well. He's he's on par with Messi in my opinion this season.
Yeah.
Maybe Messi slightly ahead with Copa America.
Perhaps, but I think if you look at club form this season, Ronaldo's
clear.
Ronaldo's top tier because like Messi, he's got 3 goals in Champions League. He only just scored his first goal in Ligue 1 last weekend, and against Man City during the week. Himself, Neymar, and Mbappe were an utter disgrace, to be honest with you.
and there was much to discuss about
there certainly
that
was.
Front three.
There certainly was. Like obviously PSG are going to get out of that group, but I don't think they're going to win the Champions League. I really don't see them winning the Champions League. I really don't, because I just don't think when you get to the latter stages, I genuinely think the favourites for the Champions League, 3 of them are in England.
Oh, they have to be.
Like Chelsea, City, Liverpool.
Oh yeah, and like you look at teams kind of elsewhere in Europe, and like again, they just aren't standard too. Like they can keep up with us, but like and particularly, and I don't mean to sound like I'm licking arse with Liverpool and Chelsea, but when those clubs play football and turn it on, my God, they're good.
Yeah,
they are good.
Watching Chelsea against Juventus during the week, I was like,
God.
I was like, this is fucking unbelievable.
Like and the event is fair enough, are not. The event
they're not what they were, and they had a few injuries on the night, but Chelsea were phenomenal.
Man, they were unreal.
And I think the only team that comes close to them 3 English teams are Bayern Munich.
Yeah,
I think even Real Madrid are well gone. Barcelona might not even qualify.
Barcelona is a whole other problem at the minute.
It is. You can make a whole separate podcast talking about Barcelona.
We literally have to spend hours literally listening and crossing things out. Like, can we afford to talk about this problem over that problem?
Will we be able to stop talking about it?
Literally. You know what I mean?
Yeah, horrendously bad. But with that said, lads, let us know in the comments who you think should win the Ballon d'Or. Obviously, it'll be done by this point, so maybe you'll just be a smart arse and say Messi. Messi should win it.
Messi should not win it.
Because Messi probably looks like he's going to win it. But yeah, we're officially back in the studio. It feels good. It was a very good podcast, I have to say.
I enjoy definitely being back. It was
definitely, and you got a bit of grub over it as well.
Honestly, I don't even get that if we own that.
I don't get fed at home.
I don't even get fed. This is bullshit. I deserve this treatment. I'm on a podcast with Aaron Kelly. I deserve food brought to me.
Oh my days.
Shout out. No, honorable. That's a joke. I love the fam at home. You feed me. Definitely, don't worry.
I do get fed. Grievous blink twice if you're being held against your will.
I would like to go on record to say nothing is going on. That was merely a joke for the end of the podcast. I promise I'm being fed, I'm being watered, and I am actually, you're a
big strong boy.
I'm a big...
Nobody's watching till this
point.
Nobody's watching. And if you are watching, comment down below. Grievous, is everything alright at home? That's what you've got to this point in the podcast.
No, because there's going to be one or two that are going to comment that as well, because I know who they are. Don't comment that, boys.
Please do. Please do. Listen, anyway, Grievous, thank you so much, brother. Lads, if you did enjoy the episode, please do leave a like. The next episode will probably be the Christmas special, and we might do like a Christmas mukbang or some shit like that, like something wild.
Now we're talking. Let's bring that. Let's do that.
I've just got the taste for it now.
This has been sick, man.
But let us know what you guys would like to see for the Christmas podcast in the comments section down below. Maybe try a shitload of like Christmas biscuits and shit like that and rate them.
Do you know what? Actually, just before we end the podcast, right? I've been told by multiple people we need to do another rating, but in real life.
I think
we said that before.
Yeah.
People are demanding it, so we should do that. But that's a side note at the end of the podcast.
And if you have any other suggestions of anything you'd like us to do, fucking we'll do them. We'll do whatever.
Honestly, don't care.
Yeah, like anything you want us to do. Like, it's a podcast at the end of the day. We're not going to go jumping off a cliff or anything.
In fairness, we're called the ShiteTalk podcast. Like, our standards,
they're not especially high.
No, we're not looking for monetization.
Yeah.
Like, we're just doing our thing. Like,
we're doing our thing. We're living life.
Exactly.
And I hope you guys are too. So, if with all that said, if you enjoyed the episode, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and subscribe to the two of us. Links are in the description. Get Kelly to 500 subs.
Come on.
Get Grievous to 200 subs. And get this channel to 100 subs. But yeah, with all that said, lads, I hope you guys did enjoy. And have a good day. Good luck. Love that.